thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to What is the Little Girl Supposed to Do? Thank you for tuning in live. Thank you for tuning in to, I want to say, audio as well as video. Thank you so much. I am here today with my beautiful mother, of course, Mrs. B, Mrs. Balinda a la Beltran, and look for her too for Mrs. B's Cookies and Things. We are here today with a very, 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 very special guest. I would like to thank our family friend, and he's here and blessing us with his presence. We have Michael
Pierre.
Woohoo! He is in the house, and he is here to bring so much information for us today. We are so very, very thankful that he is here. And also he has here in the studio, you don't see her, but his wife, and she's here, and she's going to be coming and showing us her beautiful handmade bags. She's here locally. Her name is Portland Raincoat Tote. And you can reach her also as www.pdxraintote.com. It is unique, stylish, and suitable.
That's right.
Holla. Check her out. Check her out.
New life.
Ooh.
Upcycling.
Oh, see what I mean? They is full fold right here. This is Mike, and I will let him most definitely speak.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for the invite
Yes,
today.
yes,
My name is Michael Pierre, and I am owner-operator of Biogift Anatomical, Assured First Call Transportation, and a few other things that you'll find out about later.
Oh.
I am an entrepreneur.
Mm.
So I'm here today just to talk to you guys and give you some information about the deaf industry. Whether that be burial, cremation, or whole body donation, which is my specialty. You know, I used to do services. I used to be a funeral director and do services all over Seattle, Portland. I think I helped you guys out one time about 10, 12 years ago.
Absolutely.
You know, and I really miss doing that right now. And what I miss about that is just being around different people and helping them get through and cope through their hurt. But I found another niche that, even though I miss doing funerals, I feel that I'm more valuable where I'm at today.
Beautiful.
And that is in the whole body donation.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And thank you very much for coming on our podcast.
Right.
To
Thank
introduce.
you for the invite.
Yes,
Thank you for the
yes.
invite. And let's educate.
Yes. And
Right. Whole body donation.
Yes, whole body donation. So that means I get all of you.
Yes.
Wow.
Not some of you, but I get all of you.
Beautiful.
You know, and it all goes to a good cause. You know, one of the things when I first came up with this concept, and this concept was brought to me by a partner of mine who's no longer my partner. I got another partner. But the groundwork was there because I was in the funeral industry, and times were really, really hard. And we were picking up people at night, and their loved ones were not calling us anymore. I mean, we went through this in about 2002, 2003. The economy was hard like it is today.
Yes.
And people just didn't have the financial means to take care of their loved ones the way they wanted to.
Yes.
And a lot of people were caught up in their tradition.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you guys something. Tradition can empty your pockets.
Yes.
Because what is tradition?
Yes.
You know,
Right.
we have to understand that as a new age coming in, that there's more things to figure out. There's thinking outside the box that we need to figure out to help us with our normal day life. And when it comes to death, I watch so many families go to the bank and make loans to put money in the ground.
Man.
And call themselves having a celebration. How can you have a celebration when you know once you get home, there may not be food in the refrigeration for a couple months, or you may have to start carpooling because you don't have gas money to get to work. There's a whole bunch of changes that happen to you when you make those decisions, especially if they're spare the moment, you know, off the cuff decisions where you did not plan properly. My mom always said that you had to know better to do better.
That's right.
So I'm here to let you know better.
Beautiful.
So you
beautiful.
can do better.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I do have a question about donation.
Go ahead.
My brother, Bobby Lewis Olive, also known as Bobo, was Oregon's first heart transplant donor.
What a gift. What a gift that was.
Yes, that, and it just seems like yesterday, even though this year it will be 37 years that he's gone, but there's not a day go by that I think about him and the gift that he gave to others. And we're still friends with one of the families, the family
That's
that
amazing.
Yeah, the family that received my brother's heart. We're still in contact with each other, because when the gentleman received my brother's heart, my mother said, "You're my son because you have my son's heart inside of you."
And that was my question. When you met them, did you feel some type of connection?
Yes, instantly.
Instantly.
Yes, and then it was, no one knew, but my family, we grew up as Seventh-day Adventists, and the person that received my brother's heart was Seventh-day Adventist. So we had
God is
that.
good.
Yes, we had that connection instantly, and we still have that connection, and it's just been so amazing. So my question is, if a person want to donate their organs, their heart, their lungs, their kidneys, their liver, their corneas, can they still donate the whole body?
Okay, in some terms they can. But I think first let's separate the two.
Okay.
All right. Whole body donation and organ donation are two different things. They're totally two different
Okay.
things. Whole body donation is education and research.
Okay.
Okay, and education and research has been around since the 1700s, where doctors would study on cadavers just to see how the body worked. Whole body donation is not like organ donation, where you're going to change or save someone's life right away.
Okay.
You're saving someone's life to the next generation in whole body donation by the knowledge that is being learned from that donation.
Beautiful.
So there is a big difference right there. And sometime that you can combine the two. And it depends. Because first of all, when it comes to organ donation, everybody needs to understand that that is hard for someone to be able to give that gift.
Yes.
Like you must, this sounds strange, but you must be alive and dead at the same time.
Yes.
So when your brother donated his heart, he probably was in a coma or in an induced coma, and he didn't have any brain activity, but he still had that heartbeat.
That's right.
So it has to be like that, vice versa for organ transplant.
Yes.
For whole body donation, we just need your body to study. We have college students that want to be doctors of different types. They need to know the anatomy. What's a better way to know the anatomy than to have that body right in front of you instead of a textbook? You know, textbooks are going to be written almost the same, but, you know, those bodies are not always the same.
That's right.
There's abnormalities that will happen. Someone may have two arteries where it should have been one. You know, so to study somebody right there, hands-on, it's unbelievable. And that is why, you know, in the last 20 years, we are living past our 72 average and pushing that up to 78, 79 average. And as we continue to donate and study and do researches, who knows, one day people may live to be 100. That's common.
Okay.
Man, beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
That's nice. So my next question is, what would be needed in order for a person to pre-register or fill out paperwork if they want to become a whole body donor?
So whole body donation is just like the funeral home process. You have two ways to enter that realm, and one of them is pre-need. You can make arrangements before you actually pass away. Well, you can do the same thing at whole body donation. You can make those arrangements. You can call whatever organization that you want to be a part of, and you can see if you qualify, and we'll go over the qualifications in a minute, but you will see if you qualify, and then you can fill out the paper and you're a registered donor. Now, with whole body donation, even though you're a registered donor, you're never guaranteed that donorship. Just like in organ transplant, you may have it on the back of your license, but if you don't die just right, then
Yes.
it can't happen.
That's right.
So that's the same thing with us at whole body
Okay.
donation.
Okay.
I cannot accept anyone that has any contagious diseases that are going to endanger my doctors or my researchers
Yes.
that are working on them.
Okay.
Right.
So
I
with
got
that
you.
being said, if you have HIV, AIDS, or hepatitis of any kind, that excludes you from whole body donation.
Okay.
Right now, we
Yes.
have this new disease or this new infection called COVID-19.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
still new. So
Yes.
if you die of COVID-19, then you cannot be a donor.
Okay.
Because we don't even know, the full rims of that.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So there
Yes.
is, limitations.
Yes.
Some more limitations is everybody heard of sepsis or MRSA. Most
Yes.
people have
Yep.
heard
Yes.
of sepsis or MRSA.
Yep.
Well, that's a blood infection, and that blood infection will stay with a person even though they have passed away.
Wow.
Wow.
Those infections will still feed off the blood.
Wow.
And see, when you come to a regular funeral, the body's is embalmed.
Yes.
And that kills off all these diseases.
Okay.
So it opens up many doors. But in whole body donation, we don't embalm our specimens. And the reason why is we do not want to change the content of the tissue, whether we make it tougher for the
Okay.
doctors.
Okay.
We want them to have that live simulation of what they will deal with when they have to operate on someone in real life.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
That makes sense. So then whole body, meaning you will be able to, your body will be able to be used in research, and then will your family know? Because I remember you've talked to me about the process when your family will know. They'll have like an update on the different wonderful things that their family members.
Yeah, we always want to let the
I got
families
you.
know what part their loved one participated in.
Right.
Whether that was orthopedics or
Okay.
was that in,
Nice.
cardio, neurosurgeon working on them. We want them to know. We want them to get that pride that their loved one did help out.
Beautiful.
So we try to maximize our donors as much as possible. I mean, I have people that die from Alzheimer's or dementia, and that's really important to that family that is being studied.
Yes.
Sometimes we're able to do that, sometimes we're not. And just for people who want to get into those type of studies with Alzheimer's and dementia, please know that you want your loved ones to sign up while they're still alive.
Yes.
They need some comparisons
Okay.
to understand what's really going on with our
Okay.
brains.
That makes sense. So they
Yes.
want people right now that's alive with Alzheimer's and dementia
Yes.
to sign up. So then that way they would be able to study Alzheimer's and dementia.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Absolutely.
Then
Yes.
after they pass away, to these organizations, the brain will be received.
Okay.
And then they can continue
Okay.
on with their studies, but
Okay.
then they have something to compare to instead
Okay.
of just getting your brain after you passed away.
Yep.
Okay.
That makes
All right.
sense.
So, can a family still have a funeral service for the person, like viewing and all that? Does anything
so
change?
with whole body donation, if a family wants to have that viewing and go through the funeral, I don't think whole body donation, or at least not what my company, is for them.
Okay. All
I,
right.
I just don't think it's for them
Okay.
because I need the body as soon as possible.
Okay.
To do the viewings and the services that they want, that body's going to have to be embalmed.
Oh, okay.
And I'd rather deal with fresh tissue.
All right. I got you. All right. Well, that's good to know that as soon as they pass, that is when the whole body would have access to them.
Yes, just like organ transplant.
Okay.
They want
All
them
right.
as soon as they pass.
Okay. That's good. Good to know.
So it's the same.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. All right.
Absolutely.
You guys look like you're kind of blown away right now.
Oh,
Come
no,
on now,
no,
come back to me.
No, we good. We good.
Okay.
I just wanted to know what the process is,
Right.
Because I can't say I've never been dead. Of course, I've never been dead because I'm here.
Right.
But when we lost my brother, we still had, but it was a different situation. He was an organ donor,
And
And
then
we
afterwards, you had a service.
we had the service after,
Yes.
and so that's why I wasn't sure what the
Now,
process.
did you have a
was.
full funeral service?
Yes, yes. And so that's why I just asked. I wasn't sure what the procedure was
Right,
for whole
right.
body, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Yes.
Now, even before I got into whole body, and I was seeing families struggle with the payments of putting their loved ones in the ground or just a simple cremation, I used to say, hey, just go ahead and let the funeral home take care of the body and do celebration of life.
Yes.
I felt, and everybody grieves different
Yes.
and needs that outlet, not the same as everybody else.
Right.
Yes.
So don't get me wrong when I say this, but I felt that celebrations of life without the body being present, I seen my families get more out of that person's life as they reflected back into their
Yes.
life, instead of having the burden of sitting there at a service in front of them. There's that coffin,
Yes. You're
and
right.
their minds
Yeah.
just go in other
Yeah.
places.
Right. Yes.
And that place seems to be depression and
Yes.
sad.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
you take these celebration of
Yes.
lives, and that's just what they are. They're celebrations of the life.
Yes.
There's stories, there's
That's right.
dancing, and
Yes.
it's just a whole atmosphere that you plant in the ground there.
Yes.
And you
Right.
get to see grow.
That's
That
beautiful.
makes sense.
It does, because like you said, it is going to be sad. You're sitting there with the coffin
Yeah.
in front of you. The person laying there
Right.
is open, and you can see.
Right.
That's a very.
There's nothing to celebrate.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You
Yes.
make it very difficult on yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You've never seen that person in that situation ever.
No.
Right.
No.
And then we are here during the whole funeral service, and that's what you see. And you see this person, and you've never seen that person like this ever. And you know they're not going to get up. You know they're not. So I think you're totally right. And I've said that to my mom too. And I said, you know, I said, as many funerals or services that we have gone to
Yes.
in my life, and I know that you've gone to a lot in your life as well. And I said, I'm trying to figure out how we are supposed to take this away, like emotionally as people. When you go to a service and you've lost somebody, and then you see that, and then we go off from seeing them in this casket for however long, and then we go off and then we eat food.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out, how do you go from being so sad of seeing your loved one dead, and then now we go and eat food, and then they expect that
And
we're
now
supposed
it's a party time,
exactly,
and
and then
that's-
you're supposed to go on your married day, and then grief is supposed to be over, and then that's it. I like what you say. Oh my goodness. Because for one, when someone, if someone has died, if they've died a tragic death, and then like I said, and if they weren't prepared for this, and so to hear about donation, a donation of your body, and to be able to give your loved one for good.
I got a question for both of you ladies in the audience. Okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because we all have lost somebody
Absolutely,
in our lives.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So here's a honest question that you don't have to give me your answer, but just think about it. Okay. You lost a loved one.
Yeah.
You have went through that service.
Yeah.
You have went to that cemetery and they've
Yeah.
been buried. The service was about 10,000.
Man.
The plot at the cemetery was
Yes.
about another 10,000.
Man.
You're $20,000 in the hole. Honestly, how many times did you go back and visit that grave?
And that is a very good question, because my brother, he's been gone, it'll be 37 years. And I believe that myself, my daughter, I've taken a few people to go visit him on a regular basis. But looking at the cemetery and knowing other people are there that I know, some of them don't even have headstones.
Exactly. So was that money really put to good use?
Yeah.
Was it really worth giving
You're
a
right.
show for
Yeah.
2 hours
Yes.
to the neighbors and to Mr. Jones?
Right.
Man,
You know, we have to think about
Yes.
our family that's still living too.
that's right.
Right.
Yes.
There's still kids to feed.
Yes.
Right.
You're right. Man, that's right.
So that's the part where we get caught up in tradition.
Yes, you're right. That's so true.
And to give you another example about tradition, okay? So
yeah.
I'm from the South,
Okay. Okay.
all right?
Yes.
I've ate chitlins and pig feet and those pigtails and stuff like that. Why? That's our tradition, right?
I got you. Yeah.
No, that's not our tradition. That's what our parents could afford at the time.
I got
That's
you.
right.
So let's not get it
Okay.
twisted.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
And we
That's
got to
right.
do the same thing with these funerals.
That's right. That is so true. And this is much needed
Right.
information because it will lift a heavy burden off of so many of us.
So with my business, what I do,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
I tried to design something. First of all, let me tell you how I stumbled up on this. And I say stumbled. I literally fell into this, okay?
Yes.
Like I said, I was doing funerals, and I'm one of those guys that I'm always trying to better myself, whether that's with education or just getting out, meeting people that, you know, other people probably wouldn't even give a time
Right.
of day,
Yes.
Right.
you know, because
Right.
I realized that we can be in our own surrounding and have knowledge of our own surrounding, but our mind doesn't grow unless we go outside of our surroundings.
Yes.
So I'm always talking to other people and trying to figure things out. And I was trying to better myself, and I was in a gastric bypass class. And during this time, there were people who were leaving their loved ones in funeral homes because they couldn't afford it. And after the class was over, I was really confused because they were working on a pig. And these were doctors that work on humans. And they were working on a pig. So after the class was over, everybody was lined up to talk to the instructor. And when I got to him, my first thing I said was, did I enter the wrong class? Is this a class for veterinarians? You know?
Right. Right.
He
Yes,
explained
yes.
to me that the pig's
Right.
stomach and was pretty similar to humans,
Wow.
and it was easier to get pigs than humans. And instantly a light bulb came on for me.
Okay.
And it took me a while to figure out what I was going to do. But at that moment, I realized that I was going to bring a new game to town.
Beautiful.
That's what
Beautiful.
I did.
All right. Congratulations.
Hey.
Because I
Okay.
recently read, this is related to a pig. They've transplanted a pig's heart
Yes.
in a human since
Yes,
then.
that was this year.
Yeah. They've transplanted a pig's heart into a human, a man. It was a male, if I can remember right. But I don't know what the status is, how the guy is doing.
He has passed away, but for that heart to take without any rejections was a milestone for medicine.
Okay. Wow.
So it gave them something to build on.
Yes. Okay. Right. All right. Well, thank you
Right.
for that update. I'm
Right.
Because, when you mentioned about the pig, I'm like, I remember hearing about a heart that was donated.
You know, I the last 5 years, I've been fortunate enough to be at the conventions of all the great doctors all over the world.
Yes.
And in gynecology, I was doing a convention that had to do with hysterectomies. And this one doctor, from studying from cadavers, was able to give a lady who was born without her uterus. And he did a transplant
Wow.
of someone who had passed away.
Okay.
And at the time of that convention, that lady was 5 months pregnant.
Wow.
And she wasn't even born with a uterus. So there's all kind of things
What?
that happens in my line of work as far as research and education.
Yeah.
Who remembers the movie Face Off with
Wait,
John,
what?
with John Travolta? It's one of those movies, I think, from the 2000s, and they switch faces.
Yes. Switch faces.
you know.
Yes.
So I've
Yes.
been working with a company that does that type of research.
Yes.
And they do that is because people get into accidents and they're fiery and they get burned real bad. Their hands may burn off, their face may burn off.
Yeah.
And just like your brother donated, somebody could donate a face. And they actually will transplant that on, match up the capillaries, all the nerves, all the muscles.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Wait a minute. You could change your face? Ooh.
for someone who was burned in a bad accident. We just had a gentleman, and I had worked with this company for about 8 years. And a couple of years ago, they had this young guy. He was in his 20s, and he was in a bad ferry crash. And the heat was so bad, it literally burned his hands off. And they were able to put new hands on him and a new face on a transplant.
Wow. That's amazing.
And that makes sense.
Yes.
Like when he says, it makes sense. In order to learn how a body functions, you have to study a body.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. And so I went, oh my God. What? Sorry.
We're going to break.
We're going to break?
We're gonna
Okay,
break.
wait. Before we break, Mom, we got to say that Denise, I want to say, oh my gosh, she is, you guys already, okay, Denise is absolutely gorgeous. She's amazing. She's wonderful. And she's Mike's other half, okay? And when we talk about whole body, you would not even believe, okay? When we talk about whole body, his other half takes purses. I'm going to say recycled. Is it recycled? Would you say?
Upcycle is the correct
Upcycle.
word.
Recycled material.
There you go.
Or clothing.
Clothing. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, of
And
your loved one.
oh my gosh. And so she's here locally. So she's here actually so locally. She's here in the studio. So what we're going to do is that we are going to have her come on here. And we are so blessed to have her in the studio here with Mike. And she also brought in one of her handmade purses, y'all. One of her handmade purses, okay? So she's
handbag queen.
ooh, that she is. Don't play with Denise about her handbags, okay? Don't play with her. So she is here locally, and you most definitely can go online and grab. But I'm gonna introduce her. I'm gonna step away so that way I can have her come up in here and say hello to everybody and introduce and show her bag.
We would like to thank Mike for being here, and if you want to say his last words or give us some more information.
Absolutely. If there's anything, right. If there's anything.
So everyone, if you want to learn more about whole body donation, you can reach me at Michael, MICHAEL .Pierre, P as in Paul, IERRE, at biogift.org. And I can send you out some information, and we can talk about this at another time.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. And then on our thing too, we'll put it on there. We'll have the link on there for sure. We'll put the link on I'm so excited. I'm up here. Whoa, calm it down, LaShonti.
You know, those purses are coming in here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. See, I started talking about them bags. I'm like, I done got a little tongue tied up in this studio. So yes, we'll put the link on there too for you guys. You guys could most definitely look at Mike, check him out.
Are you an aspiring model or actor? Let Northwest Modeling Management showcase the best version of you. Get in touch with our professional team at NW Model MGMT on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or visit our website at nwmodelmgmt.com. Looking for the next face or personality for your company? Let Northwest Modeling Management find the talent you need for your brand.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. You're so gorgeous.
No,
happy birthday. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Oh my, and you're okay. Ooh, what a beautiful Father's Day present. Oh my gosh, your dad. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, so listen. Okay, so see, I got automatically anxiety. It's already up right now just by it being in my presence. My hands are starting to kind of perspire a little bit. This purse is super cute, and oh my gosh, and I absolutely love that strap. Oh my gosh, I love that strap. That is the perfect. Oh my gosh.
And the idea is you can change.
I love it.
When you purchase a purse, you get several different strap options. So you can really switch it up.
Beautiful ladies.
Yes.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Once upon a time, it was a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh my God. I love it.
Really?
I love it.
That's okay. So
It has a
mom,
new life.
Okay.
see, and that's okay. So then that's the beautiful thing for sure is we want to tell you so earlier, this is Denise Starks. Jarks. Sorry. I apologize. I apologize. Denise Sharks. And she is Portland Raincoat Tote. www.pdxraintote.com. Unique, stylish, and suitable. This is the Miss, I want to say, what did Mike say? Mike said, Miss Queen, uncyclable.
Recyclable.
Per-
Recycle.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're here locally?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so please tell me, please. So then you made this handbag. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Introduce yourself. and
Yes,
just let us
please
know what
introduce
you
our
do.
guest with your presence.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. This
Alright.
purse is absolutely
It's
gorgeous. So tell
beautiful.
me your story, please.
Okay, all right. I'm a little shy, but I'll go ahead and tell you my story. First of all, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I just, admire both
Absolutely.
of you so much and
Absolutely.
really just
Absolutely.
love both of you so much. So thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you for
Absolutely.
the lovely birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shout
Shout
out
out.
as well.
Shout out. Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
So I'm Denise Sharks, and I've been designing handbags for well over 25 years now.
Wow.
I started designing handbags in Hawaii when I lived in Honolulu.
Okay.
I would take old Hawaiian shirts and old Hawaiian dresses and turn them into handbags. The fabrics were beautiful.
Okay.
Everyone had a story
Okay.
to tell. I moved up to Portland about 8 years ago. And when I got up here, I realized that Portland, we just have so many old raincoats and leather jackets and all weather gear, kind of like Nike, Columbia Sportswear, all weather gear.
Yep.
That is just sitting in thrift shops and people's closets, never
Okay.
getting used again.
Yep.
And so I sort of adapted my business to
Okay,
Portland. Instead
okay.
of doing old, Hawaiian garments, now I take raincoats and leather jackets and all-weather gear and upcycle them and give them a new life. I researched it, and it takes anywhere from 20 to an excess of 200 years for all the weather gear to break down in
Really?
a landfill.
Okay.
They just sit in the landfill for a very long time. So
Okay.
we're kind of saving all of these
Right.
garments from landfills as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the center panel had a previous life as either a raincoat or a jacket or some sort of old garment.
Wow.
And it's framed in new high quality genuine leather on the sides to give it some stability and some structure.
I love it.
Me too.
And so each one is
Beautiful.
completely different. So they're numbered.
They're numbered?
Yeah, I forget
I
what
love
number
it.
this is in the series, but
Okay.
each one has a number, and they're one of a kind and very versatile and very good for the environment and super cute.
I love it.
God.
Yeah.
This leather
Gosh.
feels so good.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
And you customized that from something else.
Yeah.
I love that.
My
Nice.
favorite part is finding them. I'm all like, who wants to go thrifting with me? Let's go.
Ooh,
And
I
then
love it.
I love thrifting.
get in. We're
Don't
going.
you love thrifting?
Get in, we're
Me and
going
my mom, we
thrifting.
love
We
thrifting.
love
We
it.
love
Yeah, you'll have to
thrifting.
come with
Oh
me.
my
Yes.
gosh. And then
Yes.
too, I wanted to ask, because I know that you had even talked about, Mom, when you were talked about loved ones, you were like, okay, what if there was a way that we could,
Yes.
and so when we talked to Denise, that's what you do already.
Yes,
That's what you do.
yes,
And
yes.
so that would be awesome to be able to
Beautiful.
have
Man.
clothing
Yes.
or articles
Yes.
from a loved one that
Yes.
has passed away.
That's right.
And then you can have them, Denise can make them into a purse.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
absolutely.
Yes, beautiful.
It's actually
I love
funny
it.
that you said that because I started this whole handbag business because an aunt of mine who had passed away, a very dear aunt of mine, had given me a piece of fabric she bought in China in like the 1960s, and I kept it forever. And it was a smaller piece of fabric, and at that time I was designing bridal wear and stage wear and things like that. So it's a smaller piece of fabric, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just turn it into a handbag, because then I'll always be able to keep it like close to my heart, because I carry my bags on my shoulder. And I was like, then I'll have her right here close to my heart, and that took off too. I do that now. If someone gives me something that had meant something to them from a loved one, we can turn it into a handbag for sure.
I love it.
Man.
I have some beautiful stories about that.
Oh my gosh. I'm mom, right?
Yes.
I'm going to be up in here crying.
Oh my God.
That is
This
awesome.
Beautiful. I am so happy. I am so happy that this is what you do, and it I know you've touched so many people's lives.
Right.
Yes, and we're help saving the planet.
At the same time.
Yes, and it's much needed. I mean, because we're going through a lot of changes on this planet, and we want to be here for a while. We want our grandchildren to be able to enjoy what's going on. I mean, the planet. I mean, we want them to have a future here. So we thank you so much, Denise. And is there anything else you would like to say?
Just thank you both.
Oh.
I'm so proud of you. And I love your podcast. And
Thank
for having
you.
me on.
Thank you. And oh my gosh, thank you. And I love this purse. I think that is such a beautiful idea. I'm happy that you ladies were able to meet for sure. I'm super, super happy. I'm super happy. Going to consignment shops, going to, I know that, yes, and this is the one, most definitely you and Denise for sure. Consignment shops, Goodwills, and I even talked to her too as well, as far as even though we have What Is the Little Girl Supposed to Do, we also have a modeling talent management company that's here in Portland, Oregon, and we are called NW Model Management. And I was just talking to Denise about having a fashion show.
I
would love that.
Yes,
I would
that
love
would
to
that
help
would
with
be
that.
so
Yes,
nice.
absolutely.
I love it. We will do it.
Let's do it. Let's plan this fashion show for sure.
We'll let our audience and people that follow us,
Absolutely.
they will be able to be invited to what we're going to do. It's gonna be amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Belinda is the executive assistant for us here at NW Model Management. So most definitely she will help us plan out this fashion show with Denise. I'm super excited to have you come on here. I've been talking oh my gosh, I've been talking my mom's ear off about you. And to see you when we came in the studio, I was like, oh my God. I'm super excited.
I'm
Yes,
excited.
yes,
Thank you.
yes,
I have
absolutely.
beautiful photos of you modeling my bags years ago. So yeah,
She's awesome.
Beautiful.
I'm excited. We need to
you.
do it. We need to make it happen.
Yes. And we're so happy to be here to celebrate your birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Denise!
Beautiful.
Oh my
Love it.
gosh! Oh
Love
my
it.
gosh!
what a special treat. Thank you.
Right. Beautiful. I love it. God bless you.
You guys are awesome. See, I knew that. That's
knew we would
why
get along.
I knew you ladies would. Mom, haven't I been talking to you? Mom, I've been for years. I've been like, Mom, oh my God. Yes, I've been talking about you for years to my mom. Yes. I'm super excited.
I'm so happy I met you on your birthday.
I know this. I'll remember this forever now.
Beautiful.
Love it. You see what happens? Goodness. Oh my goodness. And we are in sync. And I want to say too, today is such an amazing day. Look what happens. Look what happens. I'm so happy you ladies got a chance to meet each other. Mom, you don't even know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to What Is the Little Girl Supposed to Do? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And thank you for showing up.
Blood on these streets. What's happening?